Yes, tell us a little bit about the logistics here. What do we got in terms of numbers? What do we need to get down to? What do you like?
I think we're at 20 without the injuries. We're at 24 guys right now, 3 goalies. So we'll get down to our typical numbers of 19 and 2. So, it's just running through camp. We got a couple games next weekend and just kind of chug our way through there and see what we can come up with.
Quite a lot different from last year when you came back from COVID, and you had lots of bodies out here, right? If I recall correctly, you guys were kind of feeling your way through a whole bunch of different personnel and trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of spots available, but there's going to be competition, a lot of competition for the last couple spots. So we got to figure out our offense a little bit. It's going to be different than obviously years past, so we got to figure that out a little bit, and then from there, we like our back end, and we got to figure out a face-off guy now. So that's a different dynamic.
I know you guys. Everybody's always big on identity and having an identity. Do you start fresh with that thought from last year, or do you take into account what's happened over the off season and change it, or is it still the same?
No, I think our core values and our things stay the same that way, our beliefs and stuff like that. But I think we'll be a little different. Like we'll be more a defensive style team. I think, you got to kind of base it on the personnel that you have. I think we got, in my mind, we have the best goalie in the league. We got a real strong defense. Cornwall looks outstanding out there. Offense, more like everyone says, the buzzword is offense by committee, but truly for us, we got Pacer on the right side and Jesse on the left side, and we got a lot of good young guys that can bang and crash, and that'll be battling for the last couple spots. So, defense wins championships, and we're going to build from the back end out, and we're going to rely on that. And obviously, we're going to have to put the ball in the net, but I don't think we're going to be in those 17-16 games. We're looking more 12-11, 13-12 games, and it's easier said than done, but that's kind of what we're going to be looking for.
As far as Cornwall goes, I don't know much about him. I've heard a lot about him. Maybe just tell us what he's about.
Well, no disrespect to Sask. We love those guys over there, but I think he's vastly underrated in the NLL. We've been looking at him for a while. We tried to get him the last go around when he went to New York in the expansion, and it didn't work out. But this year we were able to get him, so we targeted him, and he's unreal. Like he's going to play a lot of minutes for us. He's going to play big minutes. He was on a very, very good Saskatchewan defense, and probably didn't get the minutes that I thought maybe that he could be playing, and he's going to get those with us. He looks really good out there right now. He gets up and down the floor. I believe he's a premier defenseman in the National Lacrosse League, and that's how we're going to play him.
Well, looking at some of those leaders out there like Jeff as well, are you seeing them already step into those leadership roles, even though you've only seen them out there for a little bit?
Yeah, you know what? He's such a good guy, and he's got a great attitude, and he's happy-go-lucky, and the guys just guys kind of gravitate to him. He's funny, he's quirky, he's got some different ways about him, but he's having a good time and not at the expense of not working hard. He's extremely fit. He gets up and down the floor extremely well. He puts a ball in that, and I don't want to put any numbers on someone's head, but he can score a good chunk of goals for us this year in transition. So it's been seamless, and we're very happy to have him.
Well, and then looking at the younger guys, do you have any words of advice for those guys to maybe stand out in this next session?
Well, the one kid that threw the underhand into the crowd today in practice, I wouldn't do that again. But if it was 5 years ago, they'd probably been running. But aside from that, just take care of the ball, do your job, work hard, listen, be coachable. Obviously, it's pointless to say come fit, because if you don't play, you don't even make the team. So I just think do what you're asked of, follow the systematic rules that we have in place, and just work extremely hard, and let things fall where they may. They're going to have a good long look at all these young guys. We got lots of training camp, and we got that exhibition game in a few weeks, but we get to go next week in Toronto. You get a real good look at all the young guys, so they'll get more than a good opportunity to prove themselves here.
And then just one more for you, Seth Van Scheppen, your first overall draft pick. Have you seen much of him? Are you seeing what you like?
Well, he looks pretty good in the drills, but we're just shooting the ball from the outside. We're running IQ drills this morning, so I guess the knock on him will he want to go to the middle of the floor? So we'll find that out today if he'll go to the middle of the floor. But he definitely can shoot the ball. He's a big, long, strong left-handed player, and he's got great Eastern hands. We'll see if he wants to get dirty in the middle of the floor. So
this team you always come in thinking championship, right? That does not change.
No. It's you set out that. I won't lie to you that it was a gut punch when Dick's left and Dobes left, and there's a little bit of moaning and whining, and myself included. I was hurt and didn't understand why, but I do understand overall in the scheme of business. I get it, but you just kind of dust yourself off and you say, told the guys this morning, like, I'm not a quitter. They're not quitters. We just got to move forward with what we have, and I like what we have. I really do. Like, they got us ranked 13 out of 15, and I'm not much for putting wallpaper stuff up there and saying this and that and trying to motivate my guys that way. I just think we have to believe in ourselves, and it's going to be different, but I'm excited. Like, I'll tell you, like, a lot of years I don't want to come to training camp just to get it over with. Let's get to the first game, or let's get to the playoff push like in March and April. But I'm excited to be here. It's a different group of guys, and we like you said earlier, we'll form our own identity. I know how I think we should play, and probably will play that way. But it's just exciting. There's something about this year. It just seems like it's fresh, it's new. Everyone's selling us out, and we kind of like that.